All right, welcome everyone for the preview for tonight's auction. Thanks for bearing with me. It was really difficult choosing what goes up, what doesn't. I've got about 90 items lined up for tonight. I'm not going to go through all 90 items, but we're going to cover some of the interesting and some of the less common ones. As always, we have Dobby hiding in the corner. We've got a new plant that's blocking him, but he is a little bit shy. So first up, we have a Dutch date from the West Friesland region of the Netherlands from 1663. As you can see, there's zero wear on the detail. Every letter, every number, and every part of the coat of arms and imagery just pops straight at you. In 1663, it actually falls during the Dutch Golden Age, where the Netherlands was a major global trading power. So these coins were used in trade all over the world, including Cape Town. And funny enough, Jan van Riebeeck actually left the Cape a year before this coin was minted. He left in 1662. So it's actually quite cool how close this coin was to him being in the Cape. All right, then we've got an Indian Kutch Ding Lo from 1818. This was issued under Desilgi II. Now, Desilgi actually ascended to the throne when he was 5 years old. His father, Barmalji II, was deposed by the British following a military defeat in 1815. Can you imagine being 5? Who selects a 5-year-old to run a country? So this coin is 12.4 grams and the design reflects both Indian and Persian influences. So for these coins, they actually used a hand-struck minting process using a hammer technique. So each coin is unique in shape. So think of it this way, the coin was handcrafted and there's no other coin in the series that will ever be the same as this one. It's like a work of art. Next up is an Austrian Empire One Kreutzer from 1816. It's an ament, which means that it was minted in Vienna. The coin is in nearly uncirculated condition, as you can see. And you can just see how perfectly preserved it is. I'm sure that it stayed in someone's vault and wasn't in circulation for long, if not at all. So 1816 was the year that the Napoleon Wars ended and there was a huge monetary reform. And this coin was actually issued under the first emperor of the Austrian Empire, Francis I, or France, who was actually one of the most important rulers in Austrian history. So very cool history associated to this coin. Next up is a British West Africa 1/10 of a penny, 1936. And it's completely uncirculated. And here's why. Okay, so 1936 is also known as the Year of Three Kings. King George V died in 1936. So King Edward VIII took over and then abdicated in December 1936 after serving just 326 days in order to marry an American divorcee, which was a big no-no in those days. And then King George VI took over as king in December of 1936. Now, here is where this coin becomes special. So all 1936 coins were already minted before George V died. So all the coins carried his name or his face. So when King Edward took over, they started minting coins bearing his face and his name, getting ready for the next year. But he abdicated the role before they put these coins into circulation. I know there were a couple of UK 3p that they put out, but not a lot of them. So these coins were never put into circulation. Some were kept, and the rest were all destroyed, and the metal were used to make new coins to bear the name of King George the Sixth. So this coin is one of the few with King Edward's name on it, which survived. So that's what makes this coin particularly special, because it is very, very difficult to find any coin with King Edward's name or face on it. Okay, then we have a Greek 10 lepta, 1895. There was major political tension between the Greece and the Ottoman Empire at this time. It's not often that I find a Greek coin before the 1900s that's in a good condition like this one. Most of the time they're either bent or damaged or they're worn down. It's actually quite annoying because I'm a big fan of the Greek coins. So it's cool to finally have an early Greek coin in such good condition like this one. Now, we can't mention tension between Greece and the Ottoman Empire without bringing in the Ottoman Empire, which is actually some of my favorite coins based on the design and the history of the Ottoman Empire too. So this is a 1 Kirsch from 1876 from the ruling period of Sultan Abdul Hamid II. In fact, he actually took throne on this year in 1876. There are some amazing documentaries about the Ottoman Empire on YouTube, and these coins feature quite a lot, so I highly recommend watching one if you get a chance. Okay, then I have a Austrian Empire 10 heller from 1893 and a 20 heller from 1895. These coins have really amazing designs, they're in really good condition, and I figured that if you're one of those people that want one of these coins, you'll probably want the other one too. So I just put them together so you get 2 for 1. Now, we can't forget about the SA Union coins. I have a 1926 SA Union halfpenny that's pretty much in uncirculated condition. I actually don't believe that this coin was ever circulated. However, because it was stored with other coins, it's not completely UNC in sort of my eyes. This is the 3rd year of this denomination because they started minting them in 1923. And you can see it still has the Z for Zuid Africa. I don't think I've ever seen a SA Union 1926 halfpenny that looks as good as this one. I think this is the best condition one I've actually ever seen. They're only minted 65,000 of these, so low mintage. Then we've got a 1924 quarter penny, 2nd year that these were minted. Apart from some light environmental coloration, the coin is pretty much in UNC condition. I don't see any nicks, dents or scratches on it, very little damage. Also, only 95,000 of these minted, so also very low mintage. We've also got a couple of other SA Unions coming up. I've got 1931 uncirculated quarter penny 2 and a couple of other 1930 penny. Okay, next up, we have a Germany 1 Reichspfennig 1939. It's an A mint, which means it's a Berlin mint. Because I posted this on YouTube, I've had to block out part of the coin, but you can use your imagination or just WhatsApp me if you want to see the full picture. I'll send it to you. As you can see, this coin is completely uncirculated. Like, honestly, there's not a nick, a scratch. It is flawless. It's probably one of the best conditions I've ever seen one of these German coins in. Honestly, the bronze looks as new as it would have in 1939 coming out of the minting press. So it is really special to have a coin like this in this condition. Just to counter the German coin, we have a Russian 1 ruble 1965. And this one is commemorating the 20th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany in what the Russians call the Great Patriotic War. Okay, then we have a Palestine 1 mil 1927. So these were actually issued under the British Mandate of Palestine, and they were introduced to unify the economy under the British administration. They started minting these coins in 1927 through to 1947. So this was actually the first year that these coins were minted. We've had the 1927 1 mil Palestine coin a few times in previous auctions. But this one is actually in amazing condition and, in my opinion, just very close to an uncirculated condition. So then we have a Vatican 100 lira 1959 with John Pope the 23rd. The coin's in uncirculated condition. Unfortunately, the photo actually doesn't do this coin justice. I tried so hard in different lighting to try capture how shiny and how perfect this coin looks, but it just looks better in person. But always cool to have a Vatican coin because we don't find them a lot. Then we have a Greek 1926 set. I usually find 1 or 2 of these in okay or bad condition. It's really rare if I find one in good condition, let alone a whole set. So luckily this week I found a full set and I've put them together. So we're gonna have them coming up on the block as a set. Okay, then we've got a number of South African Republic proof coins coming up. All of them are from the proof mint and none of them are from the regular uncirculated coins. I mean, this is proper low mintage proof coins. So I've got a 1982 set, except for the 20 cents. I couldn't find a 20 cents for the set. So what I did is I just put in a circulated 1965 20 cent. Everyone likes the 1965 coin anyway. Then we've got a 1982, 1 Rand, 50 cents, and 10 cent. I've also got a 1 Rand set, so it's 5 coins, 1986 to 1990. And then I've got a 1979 set, which is a 50 cents, a 20 cents, and a 10 cent. Then we have a SA Mint Proof box set from 1976. It's the half cent to the 50 cent. Unfortunately, no 1 Rand or the gold coins, but it still comes in the box, still very cool and still proof. So then we have something special. It's the ShopRite and Checkers 1992 cricket medals. Now, I can normally find like Jonty Rhodes. I think they minted so many of those and one or two in okay condition. The coins are nickel plated steel, and I mean the nickel plating wasn't the best, so the coins tends to rust. So you can't really find them in good condition. Normally when you find them, they're just completely rusted. But I've got 12 of them together as a set. Each one a different player. We got Jonty Rhodes, we got Hansie Cronje, we got Peter Kirsten, Daryl Cullinan. If you're interested and you want the list of cricketers in the set to prepare yourself, just message me and I'll send you a photo and the list of names of the cricketers coming up. As I said, there's 12 of them, so it's really cool. Then we've got a set of Van Riebeeck replicas, which is always cool. There's a couple of new ones. We're going to put all of them up as a set so someone can walk away with all of them. Okay, then we have an uncirculated East London ferry token from 1880. They were used as fare for the ferry that crossed the Buffalo River, connecting the British settler town of East London with the German settler town of Panmure. It's uncirculated condition. You don't find these very often, and when you do, and you can look online, they're really expensive. They're going for like $800. Like it's crazy. Not an L group though. We also have a UK 1 penny, Britannia, 1799. It's not often that the dates are visible on the 1700 pennies. This is actually one of the first 1799 UK 1 pennies that I found where I can actually see the date and the details, so that's really cool. Okay, then we have a Chinese Qing Dynasty 10 cash 1906 coin. Now, I love these coins because they've got these beautiful, intricate, like dragon designs on the coin. And the cool thing about these coins is it was part of that era where they were moving the minting process from handcrafted coins to a more modern minting process. Then we have a India Straits 1 cent, 1862, in honestly the best condition I've ever seen an Indian Straits coin in. I always find these coins damaged and worn, and you can always see just part of the coin. Like, this coin is in such good condition, so very cool to see. Next up, we have a ZAR 1 penny, 1898, Paul Kruger. Again, really good condition. I always love these coins, so excited to have it coming up. Okay, let's talk about silvers. We got a couple of silvers coming up. We have a 5 shilling 1952. This still has that incredible proof-like shine to it. Okay, so next up we've got a 1948 5 shilling. Now, I'm really excited about this because just look at the condition of this coin. It's in really good condition, and just that toning. I don't think any other 5 shilling coin tones as beautifully as a 1948 5 shilling coin. It's really unique, and just look at that. It's 80% silver, and for those of you that know, it's actually not the easiest coin to get your hands on lately. If you do manage to get your hands on one, they go in for like $800. They're quite scarce. However, that's not how we roll at Felt Coins, but you don't want to miss out on this one. We also have a 1955 SA 1 shilling. And then we've got a Tsar 1 shilling, 1895, Paul Kruger. Then we've got a Germany 5 Deutschmark, 1951 silver. Just look at the toning on that coin. Beautiful. We have a Germany half mark, 1906 silver coin. We've got a Greece 50 lepta, 1874, 80% silver coin. We've got a Hong Kong 10 cents, 1904, 80% silver coin. And then we've got a SA Union 6 pence, 1932. It's an 80% silver coin. It's seen better days, but again, still at 80% silver coin, 1932, so good year. Then we've got a South Africa 5 cents, 1964 silver coin. And then we've got a couple of tickies, silver tickies. So we've got the 1933, 80% in amazing condition. We've got the 1940, low mintage. 1949, also low mintage. And we've got two 1945 tickies coming up. Okay, in terms of notes, we've got a set of 1980 Chinese notes. We've got an Austria Nordgeld 10 Heller. This is crisp UNC from 1920. We've got a Germany 1 mark, 1924. We have a Germany 500,000 mark, 1923. This is a large note. We have a South Africa 10 Rand, 1961. This is a 4th issue. We've got an England 10 shillings, 1961. And then we've got Russia. We've got a Russia set, which is 10, 500, and 1,000 rubles. Okay, so there's a lot of other coins that are coming up that I haven't mentioned. There's just not enough time to mention everything. And I just wanted to try touch on some of the items that we don't normally have, or some of the ones that stand out. I am playing with the idea of maybe putting up a South African first issue £1 note. It's a really good condition. However, I just don't know if we're going to have enough time tonight. We've got about 90 items or so. But let me know if you want me to put the note up, and I'll do it. It's a really beautiful note, first edition, and a very low A serial number, which is quite cool. All right, and we'll see you later.